Well, today is a straight up hiking kind of day, obviously with exploring. Right now I'm walking the old road, an old New Hampshire road that is, trying to get out there. That's it. We've been out in this area for a while now, but can't seem to find a way to get to the southeast corner of this property. It's almost 1,000 acres, and there's bits of old road that go back to the 1700s through here. Lots of stone walls. Couple cellar holes, but they're, as far as we know, the only ones you've seen are on the other side. And I figured, since the weather took a sharp change, 95 yesterday, 55 this morning. So, completely different. But, again, walking the old road, I'm going to keep heading up until I hopefully, potentially see a way that way. I can tell that's marshy out there, so not yet. There we go. A way in. Nice. So, again, this is all unknown to me, and we'll see if we can find anything, as in the signs of people being out here hundreds of years ago, or recently, whatever. It's just new ground. Yeah, that was definitely a big chunk of marshland we saw from up above that we are fortunately now skirting. Nice single track. That has a not always been flooded kind of feel and look to it. Yeah, it's actually really nice out here, but looking at all the trees coming up through the grass, it's probably just been getting wider and wider through the years as that brook cuts through. That is still the section I'm trying to get to, but obviously I've been skirting this for a while. Nice nevertheless. Well, I was expecting the river to keep going, but I guess I wasn't expecting the marshland to be that wide all the way down. And I've already gone almost a mile. So it's keep going and maybe have to go back that way. Which, again, I'm trying to get over that side back, which would mean down around and more than a mile this way. That's why I've never been able to find or gain entrance. I got lucky with this trailhead, but I have to know what's over there, if there's walls, old home sites, anything. So here we go, still onward down the river. Well, there we go. It was a mile down, all marshland. Finally, it broke into just rocky river, and I was able to cross. Beautiful. Now, we're gonna go into there. I don't know if I'll go the mile back, because this parcel of land that, well, everybody has access to it'll end at some point up there, and you essentially will come up to houses a mile back. But I'm definitely gonna go in. We'll see what's out there. This is the side of the river that in past trips, way out there, has shown signs of occupancy. There's definitely walls from the 1700s, and way over is an ancient road. So far it doesn't look, you know, improved by any means. But I like it because I haven't been here, which is rare. So at least the landscape is finally changing. As we get away from the river, obviously it's getting a little less mushy. Got some hills up in there. Definitely something feeding the river, but it is different. I'm not sure if that's wall up in there on the hillside or downed tree. Look at this place. Nice and clean. Yahoo! Yeah, so what I thought was wall is in fact a big old tree laying down. They do get you from time to time. Well, here we go. Finally, some rock wall. This has to be a grid square wall for the lots, the big lots, because there's no way anybody was farming, or at least everything I've walked through. But now that we've reached this, we can follow it for a bit and find out. Yeah, it's pretty terrible on either side. Not surprising, but that is a hefty wall for certain. Well, that happens from time to time. It just ended the wall, that is, unless it continues on past this little low-line section, but that does not seem enough to deter the wall builders at any point in time. But no, I don't see it. Well, guess that's it, but that's the direction. Nothing. Well, I'm gonna start heading back, hopefully towards the river and marshland. I definitely had come down, over, and went that way, out quite a bit. So we'll see where it lands us if we keep going that way. Well, there's our marsh. I'm definitely too far to the north. I think on the other side is where I looked in and said it hadn't been flooded, you know, forever. It had been widening because of all the trees. Yeah, so that way. Well, with the exception of that wall back there, I think we found a piece of New Hampshire land that hadn't been used for anything, which is a rare thing in its own. I haven't even seen any signs of logging, you know, from 100 years ago. Just straight up forest. Well, I made it back to the river crossing, which is good. So now I start my hike back, and we will just observe what's on the opposite side of the river that way. Definitely didn't see anything on the way in, although this is a fairly nice little strip. And you know, if you're looking for old home sites, loggers camps, whatever, you can pass by them pretty easily, unless it's a obvious big old cellar hole, but I don't think that's going to be the case out here, if any. Well, I made it back up to the old road. As you can see by the wall, I'm in the confines of it. What a great hike that was. Just a beautiful morning, but with everything that I seen along the way with the wetlands, if I hadn't found that trailhead which led down to the river, there's no other way in there from that side. And that's probably why it still has not been touched to this day. It's just too difficult to get into. But with that, it gave us the opportunity to see, you know, a rare piece of land, especially for where we are in New Hampshire, that has not been used, changed, straight up forest, and I like it. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.